Okay, so today's the day that I'm gonna be going over my shoe/handbag closet. When we planned out the house, I knew I wanted one of the entry closets to be dedicated to my shoes and my handbags and any accessories that go along with like everyday use. So I have this closet to myself, and then I have my shoe pull-out drawer under our entry bench, and I have one, Kyle has one, we have one for guests because it's a no shoe household, so shoes come off in the foyer area. And then Chondo is walking up to the dog pull out, which is for the leashes and such, and he's sunbathing right now. He follows the sun coming from our ceiling window. And then I have a couple of Birks, but I've super simplified my shoe collection because as I've gotten older and then working as a teacher for almost 14 years now, I've noticed that I like comfort. And I try to buy very cute shoes, but it's all about comfort because you're on your feet all day. And so I've simplified it to basically just sneakers. So Converse are some of my favorites, and then of course Vans. And then I have some Air Force Shadows and my Dunks, and then running shoes. And then moving to New Mexico, I needed some boots because for some of the themes for Spirit Weeks, it's like boot related or cowboy related. I have my books, chapter ones, the Havens, if you know, you know. And then I have the lavender purple ones as well, and so does Kyle, so we match with that. And then for winter, I got my high top Converse as well as my Uggs, because they're, you know, they're in the slip-ons. Anyways, today I'm going to focus on my handbags. So the way I organize them is I hang them with these hooks from Amazon. I'll try to link them, but they're my favorite, and I just like the look of things in the closet, because if you know how I am, I'm very like organized and OCD about how things look and how things are grabbable in a closet. I have to see all my things, not only to remind me of what I have, but also like to quickly like glance at it and know what I want to pull at the moment. So again, this is how my closet's laid out. I have this hanging thing to help with shoes that couldn't fit on the shelf. And then again, I'm trying to work on over consumption, but also being simplistic. So things have to be limited to this closet or to that shoe pull-out drawer under our entry bench, just so I know my limitations. As far as organizing, I organize based on the type of bag, just like I would in my closet with like the type of shirt or dress or pants or whatever it is. So I start with my chest packs. So I have one from COVET, and I'm going to go over that brand in more detail in just a little bit. But most of my handbags that are in here that are made of leather are by COVET. That is run by Erin, which I will go over in just a little bit, and I'll also tag her website in the description as well, because I love her bags, and most of my bags, if they're not my Lululemon sports bags, they're made by her. So I have my chest packs, a shoulder bag made by COVET as well, and then I have my crossbodies. And again, I categorize them by the type of bag, but also how much I use it by. So this is my favorite crossbody of all time. I use it usually during like the fall, spring, early summer, but because it's like a faux fur type leather, I try not to use it when it's super hot because I don't want it like shedding too much. And also like it makes my legs hot because I wear shorts a lot during the summer. So one of my favorites though, it's called the Gracie crossbody. Again, I'll go over all those details, but I have one in the lighter leopard print and then one in the darker one for like the winter times. So like in basketball photos a lot, you'll see this crossbody a lot because I use it to games and such. So I just had to have it in both shades. And if you know me, you know I'm an animal print girl. So cheetah, leopard, and then cow print are my favorite. And another crossbody, I did a review on this to compare this crossbody bag in Lululemon to the everyday crossbody bag or the chest pack. So if you want to see that, go to my channel. And then I have my 4 major totes as well. And then right now, look at Chondo sunbathing, I'm using the mini Stella crossbody right there by COVET as well. And again, I'll go through all those details in just a little bit. But that's how I organize them. And so now I'm going to go through in detail my favorites. But just so you know, I've limited myself to these 4 totes. This one is Lululemon, but it's based on the material, depending on if we're traveling or if I'm teaching. I use this bag if it's like rainy and such. And then it just has different pockets that I can throw things in. And as a teacher, I'm always throwing random things that I need to bring to the classroom or bring home. And then I have my 3 totes by COVET, and I worked with Erin to design them to my specifications, and she's amazing. Again, everything will be linked for you. So I have, again, with the cheetah / leopard print, however you want to look at it, but I have this, and she works with me because I like certain strap drop lengths, because I like my arm to be comfy, but also depending on what I'm wearing, like sweatshirts or denim jackets, I want space to throw my arm in and everything. And then I have this lovely tote. We added the fringes to the side, and the measurements are a little different, and I'll link the 2 purses I took from her website and kind of blended in based on what I wanted to see. And then I have her Rebel tote, which again, I had personalized with the animal print on the sides. And you'll see with all my leathers, I do a black pebble leather. That's my favorite because it has that slouchy look, but also like if it gets scratched and such being used, you don't see it as much on black pebble leather as you would smooth. So that's just my look. I know some people like different, but yeah, you'll see that all my leather products are black pebbled leather. So yeah, I just love the pebbling and the look of the leather when using it. So at this moment, I'm gonna go through my favorites. And again, they're all COVET related, made by Erin. And because someone will ask me, up here, these 2 baskets are from Walmart. I like that caned wood look, that natural look. But anything that goes in my purse, if they don't fit in the purse or if it's not needed, I just throw in those baskets. And in one of the baskets, I have my refillables for like Kleenex, my wipes, etc. And then I keep my socks up here as well. They're all organized based on use and then the brand. And I just keep it up here because, again, shoes are put on in our foyer because we're a no shoe household. So here we go. I'm going to focus in on, I believe I picked the top 6 bags by COVET, and I'm going to outline them in just a sec. Okay, so with COVET, this is Erin's website, covetcalifornia.com. My mom put me on her, I would say like 8 years ago or so. She found Erin's work in a boutique in Folsom and sent me this website where I could look and see what I liked as well. And what I love about it is it's made in California. It's made through Erin in her household, actually. And you're supporting small business, but also you're supporting someone you can communicate with via the website, as well as through email and text and whatnot. I'm also going to show you her Instagram too, but she goes through every little detail, the material she uses, the hardware she utilizes, how she designs things. She has items for him and for her, which again, I love. She also started a reward system, so that's amazing. But you have, when you shop all, you'll see all the items she already has ready to go. And there's several pages of different items and different things. But what I love the most about COVET is that I can custom order through Erin. And we've worked down through, the hardware types I love. Like I can pick out the colors. Right now, I love myself some like brass look, but also like the all black hardware look. I love that. But you can email, you can message her back and forth. She's amazing, and she really listens to what you like, down to hardware, strap length, strap drop, zippers, pocket numbers you want, and then just really down to every little detail that you could possibly want on your handbag. And on her about page, it has her little bio about how she started this company. And I just love it so much. You can connect with her on Instagram as well. But I definitely suggest you go look through everything on her website because it's awesome. There's reviews on different things, her workshops as well that she offers too on her Instagram as well. But she has reviews. She goes over the value of the craftsmanship as well as the materials that she utilizes compared to, big name brands. And then if you look through her post, she has posts about workshops, her small business Saturdays, and where she might be posted up to sell her items. And then she just has a bunch of different posts that you could go through and get ideas of and just follow her and see the work that she comes up with. Okay, so I've laid out my favorite items from Erin, and I put post-its as well. So if you'd like, you can go to her website and then look them up. Each of them, I think I personalized minus the 2 Grace crossbodies. So I got very lucky because I troll COVET's Instagram page, and whenever Erin posts like a sale or whatnot, I'm down for it. And these 2 I found through one of her sales that she posted through Instagram. I was able to message her and get them shipped out to me, and I literally love her work. And these are some of my favorite bags. Again, I said I brought 2 of them for different seasons, just like the color scheme of it. But what I liked and what we're working on right now, what Erin's working on, is she messaged me and asked me if I wanted like a buckle strap or a slide strap. And I didn't even, I honestly didn't think of that small, minute detail until she was emailing me about a current bag that she's working on for me. But anyways, this is the Gracie crossbodies. They come in, again, different leathers. You could also request a different leather if you'd like. And they have a zip pocket inside. Beautiful zipper as well. It's fully lined. Again, I use this one usually during summer and spring. And then this one is my fall and winter one. And again, any basketball posts, you most likely will see me wearing this bag because I can fit all the things from work. I can fit my Kindle. I can fit all the treats and snacks that I want to bring to different events and look good doing it. So favorites right here, Gracie crossbodies. And then moving on to the Amelia chest pack XL. She has a smaller size as well, but again, I like the XL because I can put my Kindle inside it or whatever book. Usually I have a book that's a good size where I can bring it with me. And so I like this one for that purpose. She worked with me making my strap a little bigger just because my chest is a little bigger. So she works with me with that, and I'm super grateful because, again, you won't find companies that work well with you like this, down to the minute details of the color of the hardware you want and the strap length. So one of my favorites. I believe she has them in black, brown, burgundy. I think it may have been sold out when I last looked at her website. And she does them with the animal prints as well. So you could even request the different animal prints where she has it different on the front of it, but the rest is all leather of, again, your choice or whatever colors available online. I'll come back to the mini Stella because I'm currently using it. So I'm going to go through that in just a little bit. I have my classic tote made by her as well. I did make a little note that a change was I asked her to have a 12-inch strap drop. That's just my length. That works for me and how I work in my life. So again, if you want to try a different strap drop length, you could work with Erin on that. And so she worked with me. Of course, I had to have my animal print, so love her to death for working with me on all the little things. And I got a zipper. I think I actually got it without a zipper, and then I sent it back to her because things kept falling out in car rides and such. So I sent it back to her, and she was kind enough to do that for me and then send it back. And I literally love this tote because you could wear it with jeans, you could use it for work, dressed up or dressed down. And then moving on to one of my most recent additions is the Cara shoulder bag, or Cara, sorry Erin if that's not how you pronounce it. She offers it in like a suede on her website, but again, you could message her and work on it with her. And I had my cousin love it so much. She loved seeing it in my post that she actually ordered one just like mine. So pebbled leather. She added some animal print for me on the zipper, and then it's fully adjustable. So if you want the strap length a little different depending on the event or your fit for the day, you can change it. This is literally, I say it about every handbag, but this is literally one of my favorites, the Rebel Tote. A cool story about this was 2 years ago when we moved to Cruces. I wanted a new work bag, and I saw her Rebel Tote on her website. But of course, I wanted to change out the siding for animal print, and Erin worked on it for me, and it came in right before my interviews here in Cruces, and I was just so excited because I got to wear this tote to all my interviews. So I had my resume, my portfolios, my example lesson plans in them, and this is just like my little good luck charm because I was offered jobs right after my interviews, and I had to make the choice of which one I wanted to take and where I wanted to teach at. And so I just always remember that with this tote because I got several compliments during my interviews when I walked in with this beautiful Rebel tote. And so right now I am using the Mini Stella crossbody. What I like about the Mini Stella is that it has the little handles. So there's multiple ways, but two main ways that you could hold on to the bag. So by the two little handles, I do like the drop length for throwing it on my arm, my wrist, but also I have purse hooks in my car and Kyle's car where I can just hook it on the seat so it's not flying around. So I love that. And then it has the crossbody strap as well that you can maneuver depending on the length you want on your shoulder, if you want it crossbody or if you just want to use it as like a shoulder bag. And then of course Erin knows me so well, she added some animal print to the look, and again it's that black pebbled leather. I love when she does the two hardware things for the handles. It just adds more strength, but also it adds a flare to it. And then I got it with a zipper as well, and it has an inner zipper pocket too. And again, you can work with her depending on what you want inside your bag and outside of your bag. Like my current bag that she's working on for me, she asked if I wanted a zipper pocket or just like a pocket that was open that I could just slip things quickly in without a zipper. And so I actually requested for the next one without a zipper so I can throw in things quicker, especially like my phone, because that's the thing I lose the most within my bags. So I'm gonna go through a quick what's in my bag tour in just a little bit, but again, Mini Stella crossbody. You can get all the details of the measurements and such and what color she has available on her website. And again, I'll link everything for you too. The Rebel Tote. The Rebel Tote does not come with the animal print panels. That's something you would have to change out, but it's a beautiful like black suede that's on the side panels, and it's still absolutely gorgeous. the Care shoulder bag, the classic tote, Grace crossbodies, and then the Amelia chest pack. And I believe I have another tote in the closet with the fringes on the side as well. I think that's her Tennessee slouch bag. And then there's been a couple bags that I gifted to other people because they also loved her brand. So they're not in here, but there were several that I've gifted to other people because I just love her work and the craftsmanship that goes behind the handbag itself. And knowing that the money that I spent on these bags went to someone and her family rather than multiple people, etc., supporting a small business and someone who works very diligently is amazing. And I just love the story behind every bag. Okay, so this is my what's in a bag, and this is my COVET mini Stella crossbody bag. And again, all the details I'll have linked, but I also have another video where I go over COVET and all the COVET bags I have made by Erin. So this is my crossbody bag. On the outer pocket, I usually save for like my phone or my keys when I'm running around doing errands and such. Inside, and some of the things you will see that are very similar from my what's in a bag when I did my Lululemon comparisons, but those are my small bags and these are like everyday bags. Anyways, so inside, I am diabetic, so I keep jerky in my bag all the time in case I need some protein, and I do have some candy in here too if I have low blood sugar. But this is my favorite. It's the Chomps. They sell different types of meat, but what I love about them is that it's 0 sugar. Then I have my Mentos. I'm a Mento girly, so I keep Mentos on me all the time in the classroom, in my purse, etc. Usually people come up, if they know me well, they know I have Mentos all the time. Mint is my favorite. Mints are like, I guess, anti-anxiety for me. Ever since I was little, I used to chew on mints to calm myself down. So that's that fits in here. Right now I'm using my attachment that goes on my Lululemon bracelet thing for my key fobs. So it's just easier for me to utilize this because it just attaches to my keys. Yes, the animal print. But I love it because it's the band. So if I'm out walking the dogs or I'm on a walk by myself, inside I can keep candies, and then I also have like wipes and such for if we're out on a walk with the dogs. And then here is my throw-in Lululemon bag that I keep all my like little hygiene products in, and I can take this from each COVET bag I have and throw it in there. I went with the bright pink color so I can find it easily, especially if it's in a tote or a suitcase if I'm traveling. I think this is the 2-liter bag if you're interested. Anyways, on the the outside pocket, I have Band-Aids, I have floss, and then I think I went over this in one of my other videos, but I get nosebleeds randomly, and I found this Nampon brand on Amazon, and I liked it because it's super like thin, easy to put in a bag, and I brought a big pack of them and I just hold on to them for emergencies. But something to look into if you also have random nosebleeds or know someone who has nosebleeds. They're like tampons basically, right, to block the bleed in your nose, and it has the chemicals and such that help stop a nosebleed from continuing. So I like it. Super slim, quick storage, and I just keep it out there just in case. Okay, and then inside the bag, by the way, I love what's in the bag videos. I watch them like as a calming entertainment for me on the side, so figured why not do one. So inside the bag I have flosser sticks. I have different types. They're from Dollar Tree, so you can find them. But I'm super paranoid about having stuff in my teeth, and so I always keep them on hand. And inside I keep extra contacts just in case like my contacts rip or something happens and I have to replace the contact I might be wearing. I have my wet willy wipes. You can buy a pack on Amazon, and my shout wipes as well. I like these wet wipes in here because they're for sensitive skin, but also it is hyperallergenic and fragrance free. I am not much for like certain fragrances, like I sneeze and I get headaches if it's super strong, so I like these. Kleenex, I like the Kleenex packets that are flat because they don't take up much space. I keep little native deodorant in here, extra rubber bands, eye drops, because again I wear contacts because I'm super blind, so I wear glasses at night but contacts out, so I keep eye drops, vapor inhaler thing. I thought this was nose spray, and so it wasn't, so now I have some, you know, in there. Toilet seat coverings. Some public places when you travel may not have toilet seat covers. Again, I'm OCD, so I like to have them available. I have way more contacts than I thought I did, but that's because we just went on a trip to California, so I like to keep contacts on me just in case. I have these like oil remover pads for your face, and again they're from Amazon, but they're like little like papers that you would use just to dab up the oil that might be on your face if that bugs you like it bugs me. Again, I have Dramamine. I get motion sickness sometimes depending on the flight situation or where in the car I might be sitting in. So I keep those on me as well. And then I have feminine products on the side just in case I start pulling out. So that's my little throw-in bag of random things that I hold on. I think there's a little like travel nail file at the very bottom as well in the bag, just in case, you know, I break a nail or whatnot, or like the part of the nail is bugging me. So there's that. So again, just easy. I can switch it from bag to bag. And then on the side of my bag, this is all I got. I have my lip gloss by Super Goop. My niece got me into this, and so I like it because it has SPF. It's all natural. And I just like the slim look of it. And there's different colors as well. This one is I don't even know the color, pink peppermint, because again I like peppermint, but I like natural things as well. It's vegan. I care about like where my items come from too, so I'm always looking at the corporation and what they stand for too. So I do like this company. She promoted this when we went to a Sephora trip, and so she showed me the brand, and I love the lip gloss. This one is lotion I got off Amazon. One of my cousins put me on this. It's like the mimic of that L'Occitane, whatever, the fancy brand that's super expensive. This is like the off-brand, I guess, but it still comes in a beautiful like foil bottle, and it has that look of it. It's also like super clean. I love lavender, so a lot of my soaps and lotions at home are lavender based, but I just like the look of it. This has lasted me a good like year, and it's made in France. So yeah, you can find it on Amazon too, and there's different scents as well. I just like the creaminess of it. But yeah, that's it. That's all that I carry on me at all times. Again, it just helps having little bags that I can just throw in from bag to bag. It just makes things easier, and then whatever can't fit in certain bags or whatever I don't need, then I just don't pack it in the bag. So hope you had fun looking at what I carry. And if you have any ideas of other, you know, snackies that might be good to hold on to, let me know. But yeah, I'll link as much as I can on the description in case you are interested in anything.